Hey, I'm JD. I was the director and editor for the music video Words for Shadow of Whales, but you may know me better as the guy who pushes buttons and dances all crazy like. Me and Jeremy started planning like 2-3 months in advance, making notes. I presented the concept. So it didn't work out exactly the way we thought it was going to. Originally the concept was we were going to have Josh hang upside down, and like all the stuff we were throwing at him, when you flip the perspective, it would look like it's rising up. But of course, stuff happens. You gotta roll the punches and be okay with that. Ultimately, the reason why we couldn't go through with that concept was just because being a human being, you get blood going in your brain, and apparently the brain is like important or something, I don't know. This was like one of the first times we like rented some really nice equipment, because a lot of the shots we think it'd be really cool if we could do them in slow motion. But for all you film nerds out there, like, you have to have a high frame rate camera to do that. Now, when you film and you want your end product to be in slow motion, but you want your singer to be lip syncing along to the song, he has to sing it really fast so it looks normal. So that was a challenge in itself. It was actually really funny watching Josh try and sing this song at like 3 times speed. So that was funny the first like 3 times we practiced it, and then it became like a real headache. So from concept to upload, there are so many steps, and you know, being in the role of director, you have to direct your team so everyone knows like what they need to be doing, when they need to be doing it. So one thing that I had to do was make what's called a blocking sheet. So every person involved in the video, even though it's just Josh, which I know you're happy about, he's a very pretty man, even though it's just Josh, every member of the band was assigned a blocking sheet. So what that means is they were assigned a spot on the floor, certain time markers for when they had to throw certain props into frame, or turn fans on. Like, it felt kind of like I was like a puppeteer, but I was working like an octopus with 7 different brains. There was a lot of moving parts, including paint and confetti. We spent a good chunk of our budget on the camera, so renting a studio space to shoot this video in was out of the question. So keep your overhead low, kids. If you can shoot at home, do that. And that's what we did. We ended up shooting in Jeremy's living room. Now, because this is not just a house, it is a home, we ended up covering every square inch of that living room with plastic sheeting and tarps. So it was pretty cool. Like, I remember planning this video out, you know, I had a couple hours before work, so I was just kind of sitting in my car, making notes on my phone, listening to the track, and just rewinding a couple seconds, playing it, rewinding it, playing it, just trying to like visualize what do I want this to look like, and making little notes. And out of those notes came the blocking sheets, and out of the blocking sheet came a couple of rehearsal days that we used to rehearse that. And that was the coolest moment. Like, after spending all the time, money, and effort, just like seeing this idea happening in front of me, that's the coolest. If you could ever have any kind of like creative venture where you can physically see your ideas manifest into reality, you should definitely do it. It's one of the most rewarding things you can do in this life. The song Words is ultimately a love song, and I feel that this music video is my love song for you guys. It's just my way of saying thanks, and if I can spend the rest of my days in this skin making cool stuff for you guys, then that's what I want to do. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.